back to Lovin Dubai show. We're joined by model, actor, reality star, now turned fashion designer Shreyas Mehta, who recently dropped his very first collection of new clothing line, Flash Mob. Welcome to the show. We're so excited.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Not at all. Thank you for coming.
Welcome. With this height, with those looks, have you ever tried out modeling?
So initially 10 years, I remember 10 years back when I landed in Dubai, I used to just work as a runway model. But that's actually how I started my career though. And yeah, things just went because of modeling was the time I actually started developing an interest in clothes and fashion. And yeah, that's how things have changed now.
You have been a model for how long? No, I know, I was kidding.
Initially, I remember in college, I used to study media, and they had a course on fashion design as well. So at that point was the time I used to always be picked up by the other students. Just can you wear this outfit for us, and can we click pictures? And after that, I started modeling seriously, and then I got in Dubai. I came to Dubai, and at that point there was Fashion Forward and all the fashion weeks that used to happen. And so I used to do quite a lot of modeling, and then I realized that actually I'm interested in clothes more than walking the ramp and posing. And I mean that's fun, but that's also boring. I mean, it's really hard to keep a still face and walk in for 12 steps or 20 steps back. That's how I started having more fun in clothes and styling, and yeah.
Was the modeling scene at that time competitive?
Oh yeah. So at that time, I feel Dubai, the modeling situation is always a bit competitive because we have people from all over the world. So it's great because there's a lot of diversity, and there's a mixed set of a variety in terms of expressions, in terms of different aspects in modeling. So it was really competitive back then. Because if you got to stand out in your own country, then you come here, and over here even the competition level the benchmark is even higher.
Interesting.
But I think times change and things are getting more and more, and Dubai is so close to be a fashion capital now.
Agreed.
That's so interesting. You would say that the competition in Dubai is comparatively more, because I would think compared to India, where it's such a big population and everyone is just so keen on joining the fashion entertainment industry, you would think the competition there would be super severe, and in Dubai it would comparatively would be much less.
Initially, back when I was in India, in Bombay, I thought that. But then what I realized is in India, so the competition in the modeling industry compared to the Bollywood and the acting industry is a bit lesser, because the intention of every person who wants to be a model in India is eventually to turn out to be an actor. So, and yeah, the population is huge. But then in Dubai, there's variety. I mean, people look different because they want different cultures. And if you compare in terms of volume, in terms of mass, yes, India is high, but the real actual competition in terms of when we're talking people who know their work and they're competing is Dubai.
You've been model, actor, fashion designer, which we'll get to. I want to talk a little bit about reality TV, because you were a star in Bravo TV's Love Without Borders. In case you guys haven't watched it, I want to know about Gabby. I want to know about her meeting your parents, and I want to know where you are now. Can you tell people what Love Without Borders is?
So Love Without Borders is basically a series which is just, the entire season is just on air on Bravo TV. And so we had literally shot this a year back, exactly at the same point of whatever episodes you see. And the concept of the show is basically there was 5 American singles who's supposed to travel to some part of the world. And I was the one representing Dubai, but I had no clue who or what or how what kind of person is going to get in. And you're supposed to live together for a span of 3 months.
So,
yeah.
Whoa. That's so intense.
And I mean, I was just literally when my match was just about to enter, I was in such a, I'm like, is she human? Is she not scary? Is she okay? Is she normal? Is she what? There's so many questions that turn up, and the show experience for me was pretty different because I got matched with 2 girls. The first one didn't work out at all.
Give us the tea.
So I mean, there's a lot of differences, and before things got ugly, she was asked to go back, and so after she was sent back, I was clueless about what's going to happen with me, and so later, Gabby is basically from Jersey, and she got here, and that was actually a breath of relief and totally. But this was already 1.5 months past of me living in misery.
Wow.
Yeah. So things were great, but what happens is, so it's not practical to, like, if you're looking for a relationship. What me and Gabby decided is, so things were great. Gabby, in fact, was here last month. She was staying with me for a while, and it's really hard to manage the timing with such a big distance. I mean, if it's okay, if like in London, or when it's just, we're talking about a 6 or 4 hour difference, but like right now it might be late night there for when we start our day. So it's a little tough.
The reality of actually
The
having
reality
the
of a
reality of the
reality
reality
show.
TV
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So, do you think the show was more about drama because they weren't? How are you actually going to have a relationship with this person if they live in the States?
So I think it was their first season. So this is the same production house that has done Love Is Blind or on Netflix, or like Bravo TV must have seen a lot of Real Housewives, all of the same. So this was their first experiment whether things do work out in such a situation. And for us, we were like the guinea pigs who were supposed to try it. And so it was, I don't think the intention was giving out drama. The intention was trying out something different that hasn't been done. And now it's a learning that it's a tough experience altogether. I mean, and only the difficult part is in case you get connected to the person on the show and the show is done, we all still got our lives and we still got to live. So what about that after? So that is something I think they must have learned and they're still working on, but it was a good experience. It was an experience.
You know what? We saw this clip of Gabby meeting your parents, and they were so excited. And I was just like, that is not a typical reaction from Indian parents to like a non-Indian girlfriend slash partner, you know?
Your mom is so cute, by the way.
Oh, is she? So basically, my parents. So I live with my parents, and my parents are very open-minded. I mean, my parents know all of my girlfriends, all of my worst behavior or my best behavior or all of it. So we are a very open family and we don't have to. So for them to accept the fact that Gabby was here and my parents can't fake, because with the first girl's name was Gulreen. She was also good with my parents and my parents actually liked her. But Gabby had a different energy, and I think more than them getting happy with her, she was the one who was so happy to have them.
Oh, cute.
So it was great.
So what we're taking away from this is that Shreyas Mehta, who is an actor slash model slash fashion designer, is now single.
Yeah.
And are you wearing something from your own line,
Yes,
which is
yes.
Flash Mob Nation?
Yeah. This is basically a shirt from my collection called Party Criminal, which is a part of Flash Mob. Yeah. Because since last week I've decided.
Party Criminal.
Yeah. If you go on the website, you'll see a variety of different collections that we have. So I've just decided last week I'm just going to start wearing Flash Mob.
If I had my own fashion brand, I would solely be wearing it and I would have a big stamp on my forehead saying, I created this. Tell us about how you jumped into fashion design. I know you understood clothes from an early age, but how did you actually decide, wow, I'm going to make my own line?
So I used to work model in Dubai was not always a full-time. It's never a full-time job for anyone. So I used to work as a fashion buyer for almost 10 years with a company. And over then I decided, now I think I had the best job. I mean, my job was, I literally had to travel every second month to all the fashion weeks across the world, shop. It was like a dream job.
Hectic.
No, it was hectic, but it's like, yeah. But then what I realized, like, it's getting me too comfortable in my space. And if not at this point and I always wanted to do something by myself, like in my own clothing line. So I'm like, if not now, then it's going to be too late. And you always need to step out of your comfort zone to actually it's like a trial. It's scary, but like it. I mean, imagine like you're just perfect in your life, and you just want to try out something new. So I was like, okay, let me take the step, and that's how I decided to start Flash Mob.
Interesting. How important would you say it is to step out of your comfort zone? Because there's this movie dialogue that if you don't get out of the place where you're stuck in for too long, like if you don't step out of your comfort zone, you'll start having regrets later in life. Do you believe that to be true?
Absolutely, and I feel it's a step to growth. I mean, it's scary. It is. It's totally crazy, actually. Because imagine you're in a space where everything is just correct and just right. Why would a person want to step out? Nothing is wrong in my life, but then that is a problem because we all have dreams. So we just got an option. We can just dream about it, or actually get out of the routine which we all are happy with, and actually do something about it. And to do something about it, it's never going to be comfortable.
True. I love
Yeah.
that. And you're sitting before us today wearing your line. But the thing is, I think sometimes becoming an entrepreneur, people make it look easy. So you're sitting here and you're wearing your fashion, which looks amazing. But like, what were some of the challenges to get to this point?
So I initially when I thought about starting it, it was just like flowers and pet roses about the dreams, like what. But when I actually stepped in, oh my God! I mean, I had to travel to source. You got to buy just the fabric from a place. So we buy it from Turkey. Then you actually have to get it made from another place. Then you have to find a tailor, then a person who prints it.
Oh, wow.
Then like this might look like a shirt, but it starts from a white fabric to a black ink to these buttons out here.
You're so invested in every little detail.
And when you're just starting up, you got to do everything by yourself. I mean, I didn't have like a huge team backing up, or it was just me, my sister. So my sister was also I have a younger sister. Her name's Gauri. She was also a buyer. She used to have her taste in women's wear. So both of us were like literally putting a white fabric in a drawing of a shirt, drawing it by a hand, and that's how we've made over now 95 styles. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for our first collection.
Incredible. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what is the combination? Because I get a lot of like high fashion meets street fashion from your collection, from what I saw on Instagram. So is that what your collection is? Like, what is an amalgamation of?
So basically, it's a high fashion and a mix of a street. When we call it street, we're focusing more on a loose fit. So we even make simple hoodies, but they're going to be like falling off their shoulder, really loose. So we're not aiming on a customer who is a very safe player in fashion. Because even if you just buy a white T-shirt, you're still going to stand out because it's going to be something different. That's the reason because my intention was always a person wearing a flash mob will definitely get a compliment and stand out from the crowd. Because this could have been a simple white shirt.
Yeah.
But we tried something crazy, something stupid, something wild. So anything we've made, each and every garment, there is something different than the normal fashion. So.
Well, as Simran said, I reiterate, massive congratulations. We love an entrepreneur story here on the show, 100%. So if people want to find you, we're going to play a game, but if people want to find you or if they want to find your brand, what's the best way they can do that?
So they can find me on Instagram on Shreyas_Mehta, or they can follow Flashmob at FlashmobNation, and our website is www.flashmobnation.com. That's where they want to shop. Please, I need their support and I need a feedback of how the garments are, how they come out, do they like it? No, because we're just starting up, so really hoping for the best.
I will be the first to trial them out, the female version.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love that you're asking for feedback as well, because obviously as a small business, it's so important. We're going to get some dating feedback from you right now.
Okay.
So we're going to play a game called Hot or Not. This is the dating edition. So we're going to name some scenarios, some topics, some scenes, and you have to, if you think it's hot, just say hot, and if you think it's not, you press the buzzer.
Okay.
Okay.
So not is the buzzer?
Yeah.
Hot is, I gotta say hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Hot or Not with Shreyas Mehta. Do you want to take...
Okay, so waiting 48 to 72 hours before calling after a date.
Not.
Not hot?
Not hot.
Okay. So how do you do it? Would you call right if the date's gone well?
If the date's gone well, I'll probably, after I'm dropping her back and on my way back, I'll even be on the phone at that point.
Oh, yes!
That's the energy we like. We love it. Cute. Long distance relationships.
Hard.
Really?
What?
I mean, because that's always a new excitement that is built on when you see that person after a while. And initially, a long distance will be the most important because instead of seeing a person every day, you always have that spark rised up again when you see the person after a week, after a month, not after a year, I'll say. But
So you believe that distance makes the heart grow fonder?
yeah.
Okay. So staying in touch with your ex. Why? Why?
What's your answer? You're saying hard?
I
Are you
think
saying hard?
it's okay.
I mean, for me, I've not had. I don't think I'm in touch with any of my. No, I'm not in touch with any of my ex-girlfriends. Probably one, but it's not the same. I mean, you don't want to complicate your own life and the other person's life. If I'm in a relationship, it's really disrespectful and in the space of my current girlfriend, and I can't be like, oh, that's my ex-girlfriend. How do you feel like? It's going to be really uncomfortable for both of them, and I feel it's a bit disrespectful also, unintentionally, because imagine my girlfriend would have introduced me to her ex-boyfriend, mentioning the fact that's my ex-boyfriend. I wouldn't feel the best. I mean, I wouldn't get offended by it. I'll appreciate that she's honest, but I wouldn't be in my best space.
Interesting.
The last one that we have time for, dating apps.
Oh, hot.
Okay.
Okay, that was really
quick.
insightful information.
That was great. We really appreciate your time this morning. And it's so great to get to know you more. Guys, if you want to watch Love Without Borders, it's on Bravo TV. And of course, Flash Mob Nation, just find it on social media.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Guys, that is all we have time for this morning on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you tomorrow morning. Ramadan Kareem. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.